How you doing, folks? Victor with Chicago Home Theaters. And I have a topic that I've wanted to touch on for a really long time. It's probably been the oldest, I wouldn't say debate, but just a topic that really kind of gets under my skin when I read it or see it. That Star Wars is a science fiction series. It's not. I'll explain why. George Lucas, when he came up with this whole idea of Star Wars, yes, in his mind, he's like, it's going to be in planets, there's going to be aliens, it's going to be in a place far, far away. But at its core, it is a fantasy film. These characters here have the Force. It's a magical power. They don't use the word magic, but they use the word Force. Midi-chlorians. So you can see these midi-chlorians, George Lucas, it's almost like fantasy sci-fi. Maybe. But fantasy is first and foremost. But there is no science fiction because there's this when movies that have sci-fi, there may be these extraordinary things like Godzilla, which is explained by science. That Godzilla or these other alien beings came based on science that we follow. They start with science fiction. It starts with a science that is true in our planet, in our world, and then it goes into other realms of impossibilities, plausible possibilities, let's say. Star Wars, there's no possibility of any of this. This was pure imagination, which is, do you follow me what I'm trying to say here? Lightsabers that are connected to the Force, which is a magical power. In my opinion, I want to know what you guys think. When you introduce fantasy into anything that's spacey in a galaxy a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, this very much, even in its title, screams fantasy. A long time ago, in a land far, far away. He just replaced land with galaxy. He just changed the setting. Space, ships, and this and that. But there's no science. There's barely even explanation of the way they do light speed. Because we don't have ships that do light speed per se yet. But the way they travel through space is funky. The science, the methods of travel is weird. But it works for these movies, which is obviously I love. But they're not science fiction. Do you feel they are? I want to know your opinions. Does it bother you that when people refer to Star Wars as sci-fi, when Star Trek is sci-fi? All sci-fi, because it's based from the setting of science, and then we go from there. Let me know what you guys think. Victor out.